Set 3 will be played on Newkirk. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position as the red Protoss from WoongJin Stars. His name is Free, currently on 1 kill after defeating Tai in the second set.
His opponent trying to deny his opponent from getting a second kill of the day, playing for Kespa teammate. His name is Terminator, known in Korean as Ha Jae-sung.
And known in American as the metal robot that will kill everything with lasers.
Definitely. Lasers?
It's Terminator, man. Okay, I guess shotguns.
Shotguns.
Shotguns
work better than lasers.
Well, he's Protoss, so I wanted to play off the fact that most of the Protoss units have laser attacks.
Fine.
If you think about it, you think real deep about that one.
Well, let's talk about the stats here. Free, he is right now 6-5 when it comes to PvP. His opponent Terminator, excuse me. He is 6-5. His opponent Free is 7-6 in PvP. Terminator this season, he is 12-10 for 2013 season, including Pro League and WCS matches.
So we can clearly see here that Terminator, no stranger to the PvP. He's done this matchup a lot. That means he's also probably practiced it more as well because he's had that matchup a lot more. In the end, that means he's a stronger player when it comes to PvP. Free, on the other hand, he still has a pretty good record himself. So I think we have a pretty even match on our hands here.
Do remember that the practice partner for Terminator is Argo, one of the better Protoss players, I have to say. But when it comes to Free, his practice partner is SOS.
He's got
the
SOS.
king of PvP.
He's also got Flying, who shows good results in individual leagues. So, you know, you've got to have good results somewhere, whether it be individual or team leagues, and it means that generally you're good in the practice house, but inside certain situations, at certain venues, maybe you're a little bit less confident, maybe you get more nervous. The circumstances change, which will affect your gameplay, and it's how you deal with those that really define you as a player. And it looks like Free, he's getting his second gas a little bit later than his opponent, though. Overall, doesn't make a huge difference, I want to say, though. It's still pretty even here. We have a Zealot on the way, though.
But it's more standard for those players to get the gas first, and then the Cybernetics core, and then the gas to go for the gateway.
Yeah.
Second gateway, excuse me. So that's what Free's going to go for. And, you know, there's like about 5 to 10 seconds early advantage for getting the Cybernetics core down if you get only 1 gas, but it's not significant unless you're trying to go for something like 4-gate.
It doesn't matter since they destroyed 4-gate completely. That is dead build. Unless your opponent goes for like a fast expand off of 1 gate and he doesn't scout you at all, and you just do like a blind counter, then it would technically work. But for pretty much all purposes, 4-gate is dead. And you know what? I think nobody misses 4-gate at this point. There's going to be that one guy out there that's like, no, I liked 4-gate, man. It was very micro-intensive. I'm like, no, man, we never got to see late-game PvP. What are you talking about?
You mean lasers?
Yeah, it's like going to an EDM show, man. You just get the lasers everywhere. You have Void Rays going off. You have Colossi. Stalkers are shooting. And then you have Zealots with their glow sticks like waving around in the air and stuff.
Seems like Free wants to get a complete scouting with his Mothership Core. His opponent, Terminator, not moving out his Mothership Core around the map. Instead, he just wants to scout to see if there's any proxy around his main base. Just scout it, and then now denying the Stalker.
That Stalker's got to get out of there. It's going to take a little bit of damage. Not enough, though. The Twilight Council does complete here for our Team 8-player Terminator. And did that Mothership score scout, though? That's the real question.
It was
really close.
It was at the edge of the vision, and we need the observer to check it, but, you know, we'll wait until he checks it.
A lot of these players, as soon as they scout a building, they'll, like, instantly, like, move back. So if he saw that, great. If not, it's not the end of the world. He did identify the fast blink tech, and behind this Free, getting an expansion here. That's quite a bold move. Making the Robo behind it, though, which will be good. I don't know. That seems a little bit risky to me.
It is risky, but certainly against the Blink, it's not a bad choice, especially if he gets the Robo up in time and gets the Immortals to counter the Stalkers. So now is the question of, is the Blink going to finish first, or is the Immortal going to come out first? Seems like the Blink is going to finish much faster than the Robotech from Free.
That's what it's looking like here. We're going to, even if we have like another Chrono Boost or 2 onto that Blink, it will finish. But look at this. Free gets a free scouting probe. into the main base of his opponent here.
That's so huge.
That's actually really huge. Instantly, Twilight Council gets put up here. We should see an Immortal get created as soon as this Robo finishes as well. And there we go. There's the Immortal. All Free has to do is bide his time, not let that Nexus go down, and he'll be in a great position. Yeah,
and it's not even like, you know, he only saw the Twilight Council and the probe die. He actually got a full scouting, which means that he knows there's no DT. He knows the blink is out on the way, so all he has to do is make Immortals even before the Observers. So now Terminator, he's in a situation where he needs to make something happen with the Blink Stalkers, but he can't engage into the main army of Free. And if he tries to go for the Nexus, he's going to be far delayed compared to his opponent Free.
That's right. And you know what? You can't even like do a contain with the Stalkers either because the Nexus is up.
Whoa! That was the blue one. I thought that was a red probe for a few seconds.
That would have been like so BM
if
he did that. Well,
I'm colorblind today. Don't worry.
Red and blue, man. Red and blue.
Red and blue. Calm down.
Not black and yellow. Red and blue. Okay, well, we have a sentry here. It looks like... oh, nice. That's exactly what Terminator needed to do here. He may be able to do a little bit of damage. Snipe off that Mothership Core.
But those are nice force fields.
Oh, nice force fields. If those Stalkers didn't have Blink, a lot of them would be dead at this point. We're seeing some solid control here from Terminator, getting a lot of free units, essentially. That force field there really did allow him to pick off a lot of units for free. But if we look at the big picture, Free is ahead in the economic wars here. Following it up with a double Stargate, though, from Terminator.
So how do you feel about the double Stargate in this situation? I mean, if it goes in the long run, yes, he's going to have massive amount of Void Rays. But before that, I feel like Free can hit a free timing window against Terminator and win the game right away.
There's a timing window, but the thing is, who's on the defense right now? It's clearly Free. He's going to be stuck in his base. He canceled his Twilight Council as well. That's something very important to note.
It seems like he actually didn't want to go for the counter blink, knowing that he was actually going to defend against it. But look at this, scouts the double Stargate, and now he knows what Terminator is going for.
He knows what Terminator's up to here. This is going to prompt an attack from our WoongJin player Free. 3 Immortals in that army composition. We have 1 Void Ray on the way right now. Looks like we will get to see a better trade here from Terminator because he does have that Blink added into his army mix. If he has good force fields at his ramp, he should be able to hold with the Nexus Cannon. Just, you know, trying to delay enough time in order to get enough Void Rays out here. He needs to keep the anti-air Stalker unit count down.
Yeah, actually, this is looking more like Terminator is going to defend against the attack, and Free, he does have the better firepower, but with the Void Rays coming out, with the Phoenix scouting the units coming up, and with the perfect force fields, I don't see Free breaking this. Instead, I think it's better for him to just apply the pressure while not pushing up the ramp.
Looks like that's what Free plans on doing here. Is he going to commit? It's such a big risk to commit here because if the force fields are good from Terminator, I think he would just win the game straight up. And now, you know, if we're looking at things, we have a Robo being built from Free here. Looks like he wants to counter Void Rays with Colossus. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I feel like the Void Rays will win in the end.
They do win in the end. That's the biggest problem for Colossus against Void Rays.
Okay,
and
well,
the Twilight Council going down, this was a mistake for him to cancel, I have to say, because yes, it does allow him to get more minerals, save 150 gas, but the problem is you can't go for a counter attack without a counter blink.
Free is essentially, he's having an identity crisis right now. He can't choose what tech path he wants to go here. He's just confused. He's like, oh, okay, maybe I should go for the Robo. Wait a second. He's getting, he has double Stargate Void Rays. This is not going to work whatsoever here. And my pressure didn't really do anything, and maybe I should go for the Twilight Tech. I just don't know, man.
The instant reaction after seeing the double Stargate should have, at that point, should have been a Twilight Tech right away. Going for the blink, trying to get a dirt base up, and trying to snipe as many units as possible around the map, and trying to harass with the blink stalkers, not trying to go for a push without any blink or Colossus, something that could actually break down the force fields.
I just want to commend Terminator for his blink micro this game. He's done such a good job at sniping off units here and there. He's already about 10 supply ahead of his opponent. He's got the Warp Gate tech. Free going for a third base here, kind of fast. He will be ahead in the ground upgrades, and he's getting that charge right now with the Templar Archive follow-up, which is exactly what you need to be getting in this situation. We also see a Stargate follow-up from Terminator as well. I still feel like there is now a timing window for Terminator to kill his opponent before the Storm finishes up. The Stalker's moving in now. Will they snipe off those High Templars? One goes down, and the second will be sniped off after forcing to be made into an Archon here. Free, he is just falling apart this game.
Oh yeah, he does have the double Immortals inside the main base, but it doesn't matter if all Terminator has to do is blink out, and that was a huge loss for Free. He just lost 150 minerals, 450 gas for free.
Yeah, for free. I get it.
No pun intended, but you know his idea is free.
The pun happened though, man.
The pun happened, and the problem for Free is that he needed those Templars, because if you're trying to go for something like this, then what you need to do is buy some time with the Storm, saying, well, you can't engage into me because I have massive amount of Storms. So, and that actually allows the opposing, the Templar player to get the Stargate units out for himself and get the Void Rays and the Templars out. So behind this Terminator, he's getting a Colossus, he's getting a third Stargate, knowing that he's so far ahead after taking down those 3 Templars. That was so crucial for Terminator, but he just did a nice job.
Once again, Terminator continuing to do very nice blink stalker harassment just with a small group of stalkers here. He's only got 8 total at this point against his opponent, and he's just getting little snipes on units here and there. A War Prism is complete though from Free here. This could be the opportunity he wants to get back into the game, because let's face it, he is behind right now. Don't let the supply difference fool you. The army composition is much better for Terminator, but now moving those charge lots in, and we're seeing a warp-in from Terminator here. More warp-ins from Free as well. And the Stalkers at the same time trying to do a little bit of damage. He needs to deal with this drop. The Void Rays are going to be able to move in. Snipes off that the Warp Prism there real quickly and cleans up those units.
Yeah, but he's doing a nice job keeping all of those Void Rays at the natural, because now remember, he has 7 Templars out on the field. He already has the energy, taking a 4th base, and he knows where the Void Rays are. So he doesn't need to move. He doesn't need to panic right now, saying, "Where do I defend?" He knows exactly where the army is, and now he's like, "Well, I could take a 4th base right now, and I know that the Void Rays at the earliest, it's going to hit at my 4th base or the 3rd base within like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I have that timing window to defend against the army."
Interestingly enough, he hallucinated 2 Colossi there in front of that Zealot. I'm not sure if Free noticed that there, but Terminator, man, he's just he's got more Void Rays. He's getting the +1 attack. We do have +2 completed for Free here, and if we get into a scenario where Free can max out, he will start to get back into this game. But until that point, just the amount of Void Rays in this army is so crucial. We already up to 15 Void Rays. There's only a few Archons, a few Stalkers, a lot of High Templar though. We got 7 in this army.
The biggest problem is, even if he wins, even if the Void Rays are still alive and well, there's a lot of Zealots, and those Zealots are going to do some damage before getting taken out. And what Free needs to do is get the money Storms on the Void Rays, but that's too many Void Rays right now. The +1 is finished for the air, and nice look at this Terminator. He knows exactly what to do at this point.
He only gets 1 High Templar, unfortunately, there. And Free, he's continuing to do harassment. I feel like he was a little bit confused throughout the mid-game, but he's starting to pull it together now. He's actually ahead in supply if you look at it. And now most of the supply, it is in the Zealots right now. But, he's getting more gateways on. His +3 is almost complete here. And he does have that 4th base up that Terminator hasn't even started yet. The Zealots moving in, looking to do some damage. We have a cannon going down. The Void Rays will be forced to defend this location.
But do remember, now the Void Rays are pulled. That also allows Free to move out on the map.
All right, Free, he's looking for an engagement here. Is he going to get it? These Void Rays caught a little bit out of position.
Needs to split him.
Charge going down here. No Storms down yet. 1 Storm going down. The Archon count is forcing these Void Rays back. The Storm as well. We're seeing a lot of micro forces being come out here. The Storms are doing a good amount of damage, but the Void Rays, they're able to weather that
quite well. Too many Storms,
like I said. Storms going down. Free, he gets the 3rd base. He's up to 4 bases now, completely turning this game around after being in a fantastic position. Terminator scratching his head, wondering, how the heck did I lose this? I was so far ahead in this game.
He was only sticking to Void Rays. That was the biggest problem. Like I said, he was going to lose the ground war so easily. And with the Zealots taking out the Nexus, GG. With the Zealots taking out the Nexus really quickly, and the Archons, having free shots against the Void Rays because there was no ground army from Terminator. Free's like, well, This is easy for me. All I have to do is cast Infinite Storms on the Void Rays.
So Free making it work there. I did see a robotics bay start to get built by Terminator. I'm not sure if it completed, but he never made any Colossus. I would have felt that having a few of those in his army could have definitely helped.
Yes. I mean, going for the Sky Toss is really strong, but you need the supporting army. So when you go into ladder these days, in a high-level PvP, you see a composition where it's like Void Rays, few Tempests mixed in, and Colossus, and sometimes, you know, pure Immortal Zealot, but you need